Do not worry about anyone, not even your own family. Peace begins with you. I once shared tea with a man over 70 who understood this truth well. He lived alone in a small house, his children successful, his life seemingly complete. Yet, after long silence, he told me something I never forgot. He said it took him a lifetime to understand that the people who hurt him most were those he loved most. I looked at him and saw a smile that was not bitter, but full of understanding. It was the smile of someone who had seen much and moved past the pain. He was not holding on to grudges. He was simply at peace with his past. I didn't understand it then, but as I grew older, I saw the wisdom in his words. Some people are betrayed and wake up. Others lose money and become wise. But some spend their whole lives caring for others, forgetting they, too, need rest. I was once like that, always worrying about the future of my children. At night, my mind would wander, planning lives that weren't mine to plan. I worried more about my children's future than my own peace of mind. I thought it was my duty, but it was just a form of anxiety. Years later, I realized that true love is letting go, not holding on too tightly. There is something that looks like love, but it secretly drains a person's spirit. That thing is called worry. The ancients said, when the mind is restless, the spirit fades. When I was younger, I didn't understand hun. But as I aged, I saw the truth. It wasn't philosophy. It was the price I paid for not living for myself. Tonight, I don't want to teach. I just want to share what I've learned. After many tiring years, maybe these stories will help you set down your burden. If you love deep wisdom, subscribe and stay until the end. The final story is the most valuable one I have. It took me half a lifetime to learn this. Do not worry about anyone, not even your family. Now let us listen. The first person who exhausted me was never my enemy. It was always the people I loved the most. I spent years understanding this. As a child, I thought my fatigue was due to work. I blamed those who treated me poorly, and I held grudges. I thought the world was the reason I was tired. But I was wrong. The one who exhausted me most was the person I cared for most. I remember a dawn when I woke up and realized I was living for them, not me. They didn't call when I was worried, they returned late, and I worried more. My life felt tied to theirs, and their happiness became my own. They were happy, I was temporarily at peace. They had problems, I was anxious. I thought it was responsibility, but it was just a heavy, invisible chain. I once thought that being a good father meant carrying their worries. But years later, I understood that I was just making myself tired for no reason. There are things that look like love, but are just burdens we choose to carry. The ancients said, "A quiet heart is the greatest treasure." I didn't believe it. But as I grew older, I realized it was the only thing that mattered. We try to control everything, but control is just an illusion. Some people spend their entire lives worrying, and in the end, they lose themselves. I once thought that life was a series of tasks, but it's just a series of moments. If you are always worried about tomorrow, you will never see today. The most important thing is to be at peace with yourself right now. We often think that others need us, but they just need us to be happy. When you are happy, you can help others better than when you are tired. It is a simple truth, but it took me decades to understand. So, from now on, try to let go of the things you cannot control. It will not be easy, but it is necessary for your peace. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself, and the rest will follow. I wish I had learned this earlier, but I am grateful I know it now. May you find the peace you are looking for, even in the smallest moments. And remember, you are not responsible for everyone else's happiness. You are only responsible for your own. Keep this in your heart, and you will find the life you deserve. This is the end of what I have to share today. Go now, and may your path be clear. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today, and don't look back. Life is too short to be worried about what others think. Trust yourself, and you will find your way. I have shared much, but the real work is yours. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It will never come. Just start, and the path will reveal itself. Be kind to yourself, for you are doing your best. Everything will be okay in time. Trust the process and let life unfold. I am glad we had this talk. Remember these words when you feel lost. They are yours to keep now. Go in peace, my friend. Goodbye, and may wisdom guide you always.